On March 30th, 1985, President Ronald Reagan stood before the National Space Club luncheon. He delivered a speech about a revolutionary new defense program, the Strategic Defense Initiative. This program, aimed at rendering nuclear weapons obsolete, was ambitious. It was bold. It captured the imagination of the world, but amidst the technical details and grand vision, Reagan uttered a phrase that continues to echo through the halls of history. The force is with us. These 5 words, borrowed from a popular science fiction film, ignited a firestorm of speculation. Was it simply a harmless quote, or did it hint at something far more profound? The world held its breath. What did Reagan mean? Was he acknowledging the existence of extraterrestrial life? Was he suggesting that humanity was not alone in its pursuit of peace? The questions were endless, and the answers remained frustratingly elusive. This seemingly innocuous phrase, uttered by one of the most powerful men on Earth, sent shockwaves through the corridors of power. It sparked debates in academic circles, it fueled countless conspiracy theories, and it continues to fascinate and intrigue us to this day. Could Reagan's words have been a coded message, a subtle nod to a truth hidden from the public eye? Join us as we delve into the mystery surrounding Reagan's cryptic statement. We will explore the historical context, analyze the evidence, and examine the various interpretations of this enigmatic phrase. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew as we journey into the heart of one of the most enduring mysteries of our time. The Strategic Defense Initiative, quickly dubbed Star Wars by the media, was a radical departure from traditional defense strategies. It envisioned a system of space-based lasers and interceptors capable of shooting down enemy missiles before they could reach their targets. This futuristic concept, straight out of science fiction, promised to usher in a new era of peace and security. Reagan's vision was nothing short of audacious. He dared to dream of a world free from the threat of nuclear annihilation, a world where peace was not maintained through fear, but through the assurance of safety. The SDI was more than just a weapons system. It was a statement of hope, a testament to human ingenuity, and a bold challenge to the status quo. However, the SDI was not without its detractors. Critics argued that the technology was unproven and prohibitively expensive. They feared that it would destabilize the delicate balance of power and spark a new arms race. Despite the controversy, Reagan remained steadfast in his belief that the SDI was essential for the survival of humanity. He argued that the threat of nuclear war was too great to ignore and that the world needed a new approach to security. The SDI, he believed, was the answer. It was a gamble, a leap of faith, but one that he was willing to take. And so with those 5 simple words, the force is with us. Reagan launched not only a revolutionary defense program, but also a global conversation about the future of peace and the role of technology in shaping that future. The Strategic Defense Initiative, or SDI, was a technological marvel envisioned on a grand scale. It aimed to create a multi-layered defense system in space, capable of intercepting and destroying intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, before they could reach their targets. This shield, composed of lasers, particle beams, and kinetic interceptors, was meant to render nuclear attacks obsolete, fundamentally changing the nature of warfare. At the heart of the SDI was a concept known as mutually assured destruction, or MAD. This doctrine, which had governed the Cold War for decades, was based on the chilling premise that neither the United States nor the Soviet Union would risk a nuclear attack, knowing that it would inevitably lead to their own annihilation. SDI, however, sought to break free from this stalemate, offering a path to peace through technological superiority rather than the threat of retaliation. Reagan's vision was clear: to create a world where the use of nuclear weapons was not just unthinkable but impossible. The SDI was to be a deterrent unlike any other. a technological fortress protecting not just the United States but the entire world from the scourge of nuclear war. It was a bold ambition, a technological leap of faith that promised to rewrite the rules of global security. However, translating this ambitious vision into reality was a daunting challenge, fraught with scientific, logistical, and political obstacles. The technologies involved were still in their infancy, requiring breakthroughs in areas like directed energy weapons and high-speed computing. The sheer scale of the project, involving thousands of scientists, engineers, and billions of dollars, was unprecedented. The technologies proposed for the SDI were as audacious as the initiative itself. Ground-based and space-based lasers capable of generating intense beams of energy to heat and destroy missiles mid-flight were a key component. Particle beams, streams of subatomic particles accelerated to near-light speed, offered another avenue for disabling enemy warheads. And for close-range interceptions, kinetic kill vehicles, essentially guided projectiles launched from satellites, were envisioned. Each of these technologies presented formidable engineering challenges. Creating lasers powerful enough to destroy missiles at long distances required immense energy sources and sophisticated targeting systems. Particle beams, while theoretically potent, faced hurdles in terms of beam stability and atmospheric interference. Kinetic kill vehicles demanded extraordinary precision and guidance mechanisms to intercept ICBMs traveling at hypersonic speeds. Beyond the individual technologies, the SDI required the development of a complex and integrated network to manage and coordinate the entire defense system. This network needed to detect missile launches, track their trajectories, differentiate between real warheads and decoys, and direct interceptors with pinpoint accuracy, all within a matter of minutes. The computational power and data processing capabilities demanded by such a system were staggering, pushing the limits of computing technology at the time. Moreover, the SDI faced the daunting challenge of operating in the harsh environment of space. Components had to be resistant to radiation, temperature extremes, and the potential for debris collisions. Deployment and maintenance of the system in orbit required advancements in space transportation and robotic technologies. The announcement of the SDI ignited a firestorm of debate and controversy worldwide. Supporters hailed it as a visionary initiative, a crucial step towards a safer world free from the threat of nuclear annihilation. They argued that the SDI, even if not perfectly effective, would significantly deter nuclear aggression by raising the cost and uncertainty of such an attack. Proponents of the SDI also highlighted its potential economic and technological benefits. The research and development efforts, they argued, would spur innovation and advancements in fields like computing, materials science, and aerospace engineering. These spin-off technologies, they believed, would have far-reaching applications beyond the realm of defense, boosting national economies and improving quality of life. However, critics of the SDI were equally vocal, denouncing it as technologically infeasible, economically unsustainable, and strategically destabilizing. They pointed to the immense technical challenges, arguing that the technologies involved were unproven and likely to remain so for the foreseeable future. The vast sums of money required for the SDI, they contended, would be better spent on addressing more pressing social and economic issues. Furthermore, opponents argued that the SDI would undermine strategic stability by fueling an arms race between the superpowers. The Soviet Union, they feared, would perceive the SDI as a threat to its own nuclear deterrent and respond by developing countermeasures, thereby accelerating the arms race and increasing global tensions. This, they warned, could lead to a more dangerous and unstable world, not a safer one. The force is with us. These 5 simple words, uttered by President Reagan, in the context of a highly technical defense program, sent ripples of intrigue through the audience and beyond. Why would the leader of the free world, a man known for his gravitas and statesmanship, borrow a phrase from a popular science fiction film, especially when discussing a matter as serious as nuclear defense? The phrase, of course, originated from the Star Wars franchise, a cultural phenomenon that had captivated the world with its epic space battles, mystical powers, and timeless struggle between good and evil. In the Star Wars universe, the Force represented a metaphysical energy field that connected all living beings, granting those sensitive to it extraordinary abilities. It was a source of strength, wisdom, and hope, often invoked in times of adversity. Reagan's use of this phrase, whether intentional or not, immediately drew parallels between the SDI and the fantastical technology of Star Wars. The media, quick to seize on the connection, dubbed Reagan's initiative Star Wars, a moniker that, while initially intended to be derisive, ultimately stuck. This association with a beloved science fiction franchise, however, had unintended consequences. On one hand, it helped to popularize the SDI, making it more accessible and understandable to the public. The imagery of laser beams and space battles, familiar from Star Wars, captured the imagination and fueled public discourse about the possibilities of space-based defense. On the other hand, the Star Wars label also trivialized the SDI to some extent, making it seem like a far-fetched fantasy rather than a serious scientific endeavor. Reagan's use of the phrase, "the Force is with us," was more than just a pop culture reference. It was a masterful stroke of rhetoric. By invoking the imagery and symbolism of Star Wars, Reagan tapped into a powerful cultural current, imbuing the SDI with a sense of destiny and righteousness. He transformed a complex and controversial defense program into a narrative of hope, a quest for peace worthy of a science fiction epic. Words have power, especially when spoken by those in positions of authority. They can inspire, persuade, and even deceive. In the case of Reagan's Star Wars speech, his choice of words served to elevate the SDI beyond the realm of mere geopolitics. He framed it as a battle not just against a political adversary, but against an existential threat to humanity itself. The phrase, the Force is with us, resonated with Americans on a deep level. It spoke to their longing for security in an uncertain world, their belief in American exceptionalism, and their faith in the power of technology to overcome any obstacle. It also played upon Cold War anxieties, casting the Soviet Union as a dark and menacing force that threatened the very fabric of civilization. By aligning the SDI with the forces of good in the popular imagination, Reagan effectively neutralized much of the criticism leveled against it. Those who opposed the SDI on technical or financial grounds were painted as naysayers and defeatists, lacking the vision and courage to embrace a bold new future. Reagan's rhetoric was so effective that even those who harbored doubts about the feasibility of the SDI found themselves swept up in the wave of optimism and patriotism it generated. While Reagan's use of the phrase, "the Force is with us," can be interpreted as a clever rhetorical device, some have speculated that it may have carried a deeper, more enigmatic meaning. Could it have been a veiled message, a subtle hint at knowledge possessed by the highest levels of government, but hidden from the public eye? Conspiracy theorists have long alleged that governments around the world, particularly the United States, have been covering up the truth about extraterrestrial life and their interactions with humanity. They point to declassified documents, unexplained phenomena, and credible eyewitness accounts as evidence of a vast conspiracy to keep the public in the dark about our true place in the cosmos. In this context, Reagan's Star Wars speech takes on a new and intriguing dimension. Was his use of the phrase, "the Force is with us," a deliberate nod to this hidden reality? Was he subtly acknowledging the existence of extraterrestrial forces, perhaps even suggesting that they were assisting humanity in its quest for peace? While there is no concrete evidence to support these claims, the possibility, however remote, is tantalizing. The notion that humanity may not be alone in the universe and that we may have allies in the fight against tyranny and destruction is a theme that has captivated the human imagination for centuries. And the idea that a president of the United States might have hinted at this truth, cloaked in the language of science fiction, is simply too intriguing to ignore. Regardless of whether Reagan's Star Wars speech was a clever use of rhetoric, a subconscious slip of the tongue, or a deliberate message to those in the know, it continues to fascinate and intrigue us decades later. The enduring appeal of this mystery lies not just in the possibility of uncovering a hidden truth, but in the questions it raises about our place in the universe and the nature of reality itself. The human mind is naturally drawn to the unknown, to the mysteries that lie beyond the realm of our everyday experience. We are fascinated by stories of the paranormal, of ancient civilizations, of unexplained phenomena, anything that challenges our preconceived notions and expands our horizons of possibility. Reagan's Star Wars speech, with its ambiguous language and tantalizing hints, taps into this deep-seated human desire to explore the unknown. It invites us to consider the possibility that our reality is far stranger and more wonderful than we ever imagined. And it reminds us that sometimes the most profound truths are hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by those who dare to look beyond the surface. The pursuit of truth often leads us down winding paths through dusty archives and forgotten corners of history. In the case of UFOs and potential government cover-ups, the trail is particularly labyrinthine, marked by redacted documents, conflicting accounts, and a pervasive sense of secrecy. Yet amidst this fog of ambiguity, tantalizing clues emerge, hinting at a reality far stranger than fiction. Declassified government files, often released decades after the events they describe, offer glimpses into a world of unexplained aerial sightings, investigations shrouded in secrecy, and a palpable sense of official unease regarding the unknown. The sheer volume of these reports, spanning decades and originating from various branches of the military and intelligence communities, is difficult to dismiss as mere misinterpretations or hoaxes. One such document, the Project Blue Book report compiled by the US Air Force from 1952 to 1969, contains thousands of UFO sightings, many of which remain unexplained to this day. While the Air Force concluded that most of these sightings were attributable to natural phenomena or misidentified aircraft, a significant percentage remained classified as unidentified, their true nature a source of ongoing speculation. Other declassified documents, such as the Majestic 12 Papers, purportedly originating from a top-secret group convened by President Truman in 1947, suggest an even more profound level of government involvement with UFOs. These documents, while their authenticity is still debated, allege the recovery of a crashed extraterrestrial spacecraft near Roswell, New Mexico, and a subsequent effort to conceal this discovery from the public. The Roswell incident, a pivotal event in UFO lore, continues to fuel controversy and intrigue even decades after it occurred. In July 1947, something crashed in the desert near Roswell, New Mexico, sparking a flurry of activity from the nearby military base and capturing the attention of the nation. Initial reports from the Roswell Army Airfield spoke of a flying disc being recovered, but this statement was quickly retracted and replaced with a more mundane explanation: a crashed weather balloon. However, the damage was done. The seeds of doubt were sown. The official explanation, riddled with inconsistencies and seemingly contradicted by eyewitness accounts from local residents, failed to quell the growing suspicion that the government was covering up something extraordinary. Rumors spread like wildfire, fueled by whispers of alien bodies and recovered technology whisked away to secret government facilities. The Roswell incident became a defining moment in the public's perception of UFOs, marking a shift from curiosity to suspicion, from scientific inquiry to conspiracy theories. The event, whether it involved a genuine extraterrestrial craft or not, exposed the deep-seated distrust that many harbored towards their government, a belief that those in power were not being entirely truthful about what they knew. The legacy of Roswell continues to resonate today, inspiring countless books, documentaries, and fictional accounts. It has become a symbol of government secrecy, the embodiment of our collective fascination with the unknown, and a constant reminder that some mysteries refuse to be easily dismissed. Despite mounting evidence in the form of declassified documents, eyewitness accounts, and unexplained phenomena captured on radar and film, governments around the world, particularly the United States, have maintained a steadfast policy of denial and obfuscation when it comes to UFOs and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Official statements typically attribute sightings to misidentified aircraft, weather phenomena, or hoaxes, effectively dismissing the experiences and testimonies of countless individuals. This unwillingness to engage in open and transparent dialogue about UFOs has only served to deepen the mystery and fuel the flames of conspiracy. Critics argue that this lack of transparency is indicative of a deeper truth being concealed, a truth with potentially profound implications for our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Some speculate that the reasons for this alleged cover-up are multifaceted, ranging from a desire to prevent mass panic and societal upheaval to concerns about maintaining control over advanced technologies that could be reverse-engineered from recovered extraterrestrial craft. Others suggest that the truth, if revealed, would challenge established power structures, religious doctrines, and our very understanding of human exceptionalism. Whatever the reasons for this official silence, it continues to breed mistrust and suspicion. The lack of transparency from those in power only serves to reinforce the belief that something extraordinary is being hidden, fueling the search for answers in the shadows and whispers of hushed voices. The search for truth about UFOs and potential government cover-ups is often relegated to the fringes of mainstream discourse, dismissed as the domain of conspiracy theorists and fantasists. Yet the enduring fascination with this subject matter, the sheer volume of unexplained phenomena, and the persistent sense that something is amiss, continue to fuel the quest for knowledge beyond the confines of official narratives. Independent researchers, journalists, and experiencers, often at great personal and professional risk, have taken up the mantle of investigation, piecing together fragments of information, chasing down leads, and interviewing witnesses in an attempt to shed light on what they believe to be a truth hidden in plain sight. Their work, often conducted with limited resources and facing ridicule and skepticism from established institutions, is a testament to the enduring human desire to seek answers, to challenge the boundaries of knowledge, and to confront the unknown, even when it leads us down paths less traveled. The quest for truth, even in the face of adversity and uncertainty, is a testament to the indomitable spirit of inquiry that lies at the heart of human progress. The belief that President Reagan may have been hinting at extraterrestrial contact, while seemingly far-fetched, is not without its proponents. Those who subscribe to this theory point to a number of intriguing pieces of evidence, albeit circumstantial, that suggests a connection between Reagan's words and the possibility of alien life. One key argument centers on Reagan's well-documented interest in space exploration and his belief in the existence of extraterrestrial life. Throughout his presidency, Reagan made numerous public statements expressing his fascination with the cosmos and the possibility of encountering other intelligent beings. He even went so far as to suggest in a speech to the United Nations General Assembly in 1987 that a common extraterrestrial threat might be the only thing capable of uniting humanity. Furthermore, proponents of the alien contact theory point to the timing of Reagan's Star Wars speech coming at a time of heightened UFO activity and increased public awareness of the phenomenon. The 1980s saw a surge in UFO sightings worldwide, many of which were well documented and difficult to explain away as conventional aircraft or natural phenomena. This heightened atmosphere of intrigue surrounding UFOs, some argue, may have influenced Reagan's choice of words, consciously or unconsciously. Additionally, proponents highlight the fact that Reagan was not known for making off-the-cuff remarks, especially on matters of national security. His speeches were carefully crafted, his words meticulously chosen. Therefore, the use of the phrase, "the Force is with us," a phrase so closely associated with science fiction and extraterrestrial themes, could not have been accidental, they argue. It had to be a deliberate message, a coded signal to those in the know. While the notion of President Reagan hinting at alien contact is undeniably intriguing, it also faces significant skepticism from those who demand more concrete evidence. Critics of this theory argue that it relies heavily on speculation and circumstantial evidence, lacking the kind of irrefutable proof needed to substantiate such an extraordinary claim. Skeptics point out that Reagan's use of the phrase, "the Force is with us," could easily be explained as a harmless pop culture reference intended to inject a bit of humor and levity into a serious speech. Star Wars at the time was a cultural phenomenon, its language and imagery permeating everyday life. It's not unreasonable to assume that Reagan, like many others, may have simply been using a familiar phrase to connect with his audience. Moreover, skeptics argue that attributing Reagan's words to alien contact requires a significant leap of logic. Just because Reagan expressed an interest in space exploration and the possibility of alien life does not automatically mean that he had knowledge of their existence, let alone their involvement in human affairs. Correlation does not equal causation, they contend. Furthermore, skeptics point to the lack of concrete evidence to support the claim that Reagan's Star Wars speech was anything more than a bold vision for a new era of defense. No credible whistleblowers have come forward to confirm the existence of a secret government program involving extraterrestrial technology. No irrefutable documents have surfaced to prove that Reagan was privy to information about alien contact. Until such evidence emerges, they argue, the idea remains purely speculative. The debate over whether President Reagan hinted at alien contact in his Star Wars speech is likely to continue for years to come. The lack of definitive proof, coupled with the tantalizing nature of the claim, ensures that the mystery will endure, fueling speculation and igniting imaginations. Ultimately, each individual must decide for themselves what to believe, weighing the evidence, considering the possibilities, and perhaps embracing a healthy dose of skepticism along the way. Regardless of one's stance on this particular issue, the larger conversation it sparks is undeniably important. The possibility of extraterrestrial life, once relegated to the realm of science fiction, is now a topic of serious scientific inquiry. Advances in astronomy and astrophysics have revealed a universe teeming with planets, many of which could potentially harbor life, intelligent or otherwise. The discovery of extraterrestrial life, should it ever occur, would be a watershed moment in human history, fundamentally altering our understanding of our place in the cosmos. It would challenge our beliefs, our values, and our very definition of what it means to be human. It would force us to confront the unknown, to grapple with the profound implications of not being alone in the universe. Whether Reagan's words were a coded message, a slip of the tongue, or simply a reflection of his own fascination with the cosmos, they serve as a reminder that the universe is full of mysteries waiting to be explored and understood. The search for knowledge, the quest to unravel the secrets of the cosmos, is an inherently human endeavor, one that drives us forward, pushing the boundaries of what we know and what we believe to be possible. President Reagan, whether intentionally or not, ignited a firestorm of speculation with his evocative words, "The Force is with us." This simple phrase, borrowed from the realm of science fiction, continues to echo through the halls of time, a testament to our enduring fascination with the unknown. Did he know something we didn't? Was he privy to secrets hidden from the public eye? Or was it, as some suggest, a harmless pop culture reference, a way to connect with his audience through a shared love of storytelling? The truth, as is often the case, remains elusive. Yet the very act of questioning, of exploring possibilities, of refusing to accept simple answers in the face of profound mysteries, is at the heart of what makes us human. Reagan's legacy in this regard extends far beyond his presidency, his policies, or even his famous Star Wars speech. He reminds us that the universe is vast, enigmatic, and full of wonders yet to be discovered. The possibility of extraterrestrial life, once relegated to the fringes of scientific inquiry, is now a topic of serious discussion. Advances in astronomy and astrophysics have revealed a cosmos teeming with planets, some of which bear a striking resemblance to our own. The ingredients for life, we now know, are scattered far and wide like seeds on the cosmic wind. Is it really so hard to believe that somewhere out there on a planet orbiting a distant star, life may have taken root, evolved, and perhaps even achieved intelligence far beyond our own? Reagan, with his infectious optimism and his unwavering belief in human potential, seemed to understand this implicitly. He saw beyond the confines of our pale blue dot, envisioning a future where humanity would take its place among the stars, not as conquerors but as explorers, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a thirst for knowledge that knows no bounds. As we stand at the precipice of a new era of space exploration, with telescopes peering deeper into the cosmos than ever before, and missions venturing further from home, the question of whether we are alone in the universe takes on a renewed urgency. The answers, if they are out there, may not come easily, but the search itself is a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. We are, after all, a species of explorers driven by a profound need to understand our place in the grand tapestry of existence. So, the next time you find yourself gazing up at a star-filled sky, let your mind wander. Consider the infinite possibilities that lie hidden in the depths of space. Remember President Reagan's words, not necessarily as a confirmation of extraterrestrial contact, but as a call to embrace the unknown, to never stop questioning, and to always keep searching for answers, no matter how elusive they may seem. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more explorations into the mysteries of the universe. And remember, the truth is out there. Keep looking up.